So I'm going to be viewing some injury situations that have been captured video and are trending on TikTok right now. I'm going to be giving my some legal analysis on the potential claims that these folks would have. So here goes. Here's the first one. I haven't seen these yet.
If you're at school and get injured, can you sue your school? You can. Your school takes on a certain responsibility to keep you safe. It does, however, depend on how you get hurt. You getting into a fist fight with another student is a different story than you slipping and falling because of a wet floor.
I think this is fairly accurate. I don't know which state Attorney Allen practices in. At least in our states, the schools will mount a vigorous defense based on sovereign immunity. It's not an absolute defense. There are many exceptions to it. We get a lot of calls in our office for what we would call the torts of a third party. You know, a student injures another student in a fight or an act of negligence. These are very difficult cases. Another category of cases are accidents that happen on playgrounds in elementary schools. And there are actually expert witnesses out there. I've hired them dealing with playground equipment safety. So this is a very simplified explanation. I can't say it's not accurate, especially with the state he's in, but it is very complicated. Students being involved in getting injured on the school grounds. This is, do I keep making these?
You study this? Let's see what we have today. Law. Your roommate slams a gavel to wake you up. The day is in session, he yells. You jump out of bed, put on a suit, and head to Starbucks. You grab 3 cups of coffee before class. But once you get to lecture, you realize the professor isn't there. It's your time to shine. You stand up and remind everyone that they're legally allowed to leave in 15 minutes. After class, you head to a networking event. A cop pulls you over for speeding. Do you know how fast you were going? He asks. Do you know how fast you were going? You respond. Before he can process your answer, you drive off. Once done with the event, you head to the gym, binge Judge Judy, read the Constitution, and head to bed.
All right, so there's a lot going on there. I'll do my best here. So, university professor leaving 15 minutes early. You could say I only have to wait for 15 minutes, but at the end of the day, you've got to face that professor. As far as the encounter with the cop, what I tell people is you're not going to figure out anything at the scene with the cop. Be courteous. Follow commands and figure it out with the judge later. Don't do anything stupid when you're having an encounter with a police officer. If watching Judge Judy during the day, you need to reevaluate your life. Not that there's anything wrong with Judge Judy. All right, this one is Law by Mike. Karen, what did that bus ever do to you? Ooh, look at this one. Wow.
No, you did that.
Destruction of public property.
Ma'am, don't punch that bus. Look, missing the bus can ruin your day when you're running late, but breaking the window will only be painful, both physically and legally.
All right, so I can't, this is good advice. Don't destroy public property. I mean, it's a bus, taxpayer property. It's a crime that she committed. She could be arrested for destruction of property. It's never a good idea to do something like this. Whatever you're late for, it can't be worse than what you're going to face if you get arrested. Buses nowadays all have cameras, every which angle, and the cameras are there not just to capture the activity of people on the bus, but there are cameras all around the outside of the bus that capture the road and what the cars are doing all around the bus. So you'd be surprised, every angle of the bus nowadays is covered by a camera. At every major city in the United States, buses nowadays are surrounded, they have cameras at every which angle. So just keep that in mind. This is the last one. Okay, this is the best. This one is titled "The Best Lie to Tell to Get Out of Jury Duty." So this is titled "The Best Lie to Tell to Get Out of Jury Duty." I don't even have to watch the video, and I can tell you, it's probably, whatever advice is being given, it's probably bad advice. So you don't ever want to lie to get out of jury duty, and I'll explain that in a second.
Attorney's here to tell you the best lie to use to get out of jury duty.
Everyone's got that one friend who claims that they got out of jury duty by lying and saying that they were racist,
or anarchist,
or clinically insane.
Or whatever.
But we're here to tell you the best lie is actually...
How long in jail? You really shouldn't lie during jury selection.
That's perjury, and it's a serious crime.
All right, so I'm glad that this is how the video ended, because that's true. You don't want to lie to get out of jury duty. If you have a legitimate reason, you can tell the judge. You'll have an opportunity to do it. Typically, the judge will ask people if there's any reason why they can't serve, sick child, sick relative, emergency at home. Judges tend to be pretty reasonable if you're honest with them. You can't always get out of jury duty just because you don't like it. And if you think about it, our legal justice system is not perfect, but it wouldn't function unless citizens were willing to give up some of their time to help other people decide their disputes. And so it's very important that you show up for jury duty. Plus, I've seen judges get really angry and punish jurors who they feel are lying to them to get out of jury duty. So it's just not a good idea. Be careful about legal advice that you pick up on social media, especially platforms like TikTok. People put all kinds of stuff out there. Frequently, it's bad advice. Sometimes it can be good advice, but especially in our area of law, if you want to talk to a lawyer, it's usually free to get a consultation about something that you could be wondering about. So, if you've got a legal issue that you're facing, get your legal advice from a knowledgeable lawyer in the area of practice for your issue. Don't just go to TikTok or Instagram.